welcome to Level Up with me, Lindy. This whole podcast started for a business development side of things during COVID. And I've always wanted to have my girlfriends on and to really talk about things like the work-life balance that seems to come up, all the marketing tools, all the traveling that we get to do, and the entrepreneurial side of things on how getting married, raising kids, and also living for yourself works into the passions of your life. And you get to build a team around you of women, and we all support each other and make each other shine. So welcome, everyone. Thank you.
Hello.
So one of the things, like I said before, is the work-life balance. So work-life balance to me usually has like the stigma of, do you have enough play? Do you have enough work? I don't know how you were raised, but for me, it was always business comes first, then you play. And then we come into this whole flexibility, this whole working from home, staying from home, getting comfortable back into life. And now flexibility is something that's encouraged. Work-life balance is something that is absolutely needed so you can have like a safe mental space. So during the last 2 years or more, we've all kind of been working on ourselves. I'm just going to start with you, Sheena, because I'm looking at you. I want to talk about how we both started in the real estate world, figuring out what we wanted to do and the next line of business that we wanted. We both got our license through the same organization with Armando, and now you're doing real estate. So talk a little bit about how you got into the residential world.
I love going through people's underwear drawers, and I get to do it at my leisure. It's wonderful.
Okay.
But on a real note, I come from humble beginnings, and when my mother and I were looking for a home to purchase, we didn't get the same respect as people with higher budgets. So when that time came, I told myself, when I'm in a place that I can help people, I want to make sure that whatever your budget is, you get the same type of service. So that's why I went into residential real estate.
And how long have you been doing it?
Properly for about the last 4 years.
Properly, I like
Properly,
that.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yep.
And T, what about you?
What about me?
Your start. What
My
got you
start.
started in your industry?
Well, my story is a little bit, interesting. I definitely had a big shift in my life recently. So real estate was and may still be an option, but I'm not sure. I heard you mentioned Armando.
Did you too?
I did.
Oh, that's
I did.
cool. That's cool.
I did.
Shout out to Armando Oliva.
Seriously. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I have a makeup background. I have a huge support system, and I'm still just trying to figure out where I want to go. And I'm very grateful for the support that I have because I have the whole world.
Because womanhood is everything.
Yeah, absolutely, actually.
Yeah. And over here to my right, Miss Karina.
Hey. So I'm not in real estate. I'm into vagina products. But I think I've always kind of had an entrepreneurial spirit, and probably from even just being super young. I was born in Moldova. You guys know this, as if I'm telling you guys, like as if you don't know, but I was born in Moldova. We left as refugees, went through Vienna, Austria, into Italy, and then made our way to the States. And just seeing kind of like how my parents were able to build a better life for us and move us here. I think I always kind of just had that like fire inside of me to want to build something for myself. And I've also had an incredibly deep passion for music, for helping people, for seeing women thrive. It's always just kind of been like a part of me. And so becoming a mother and a wife and all the things that I love so much now in my later years, I have found my business that I've been able to cultivate with the support of friends and network to create a business that really supports my lifestyle and travel and supporting women in their growth.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Beautiful Barbie, over you.
Hi, I'm Jordana. I'm a nurse. I work in aesthetics. I have a background in dermatological things. I've always loved skin. My friends criticize me because I'm always just scanning them up and down, and then they just yell at me and say, what? I worked, I've worked in dermatology for, 20 years on and off. And I recently got back into aesthetics, which, if you don't know what that means, it's like all the fun, pretty stuff, Botox and fillers and lasers and things like that. I'm lucky because most of my clients are my friends, so that's really fun. And I have really kind of wanted to make it my passion, mission to kind of move the pendulum back towards people not looking crazy, which in LA is really a problem. So I try to keep it really natural and just make people feel their best, and that makes me feel good. And I love making people feel like they can look like themselves and still feel a little bit better. So, and I don't have any work-life balance. No, I'm kidding.
Right? No, it's either one or the other. Okay, so as you know, we all come from different backgrounds, and one of the biggest thing is, like I said before, it's a lot of playtime, sometimes people think, and not enough work. So why I wanted all you guys here today is to be able to talk to the audience, talk to people who are all in our own rows, our own levels, our own disciples, whatever it is. And we're all married, we all have kids, and we've all had to do the work-life balance, this whole integration. So what are some of the ways in which you do like your daily, maybe weekly routine, which allows you to still have some of your time, like training in the morning maybe, or doing podcast at night on a Saturday night, or something like that, where you can fit everything in, it still works, and you're being productive and you're having a good time. And I think that when we get into that authenticity part, you really get to shine. And I've been able to watch all of you guys for the last, let's say 5 to 10 years in all different aspects of everything. And now we're going with being successful, having a business, having clients, being able to travel all together, and still not kill each other and want to go back for more. So I'm going to start with you because there's a lot there. You have your training. You have been working for a few years on Moi. I'd love an introduction on that as well.
Yeah. I think the beauty and the curse of being like an entrepreneur is, one, you can create your own schedule. And so I've been lucky enough with training, right, is being able to train in the morning and then curate my schedule like in a way where I could still pick up my kids from school. I could still be there for them after school, or the flexibility of creating that. And sometimes that isn't necessarily going to be the most financially, like the best thing financially, but it's going to give me that balance and that feeling that I'm still present for my children, but then also pursuing what I need for myself. I think another layer to that, though, is sometimes being a mom and being a wife and living that, we do forget ourselves a little bit. You know, we kind of put ourselves to the side. So it's also finding that time to really be honest with yourself on, am I giving myself like what I need? And sometimes that comes with explaining that to your children or your partner or whatever, like, hey, this is what I need.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I need to grow, or this is what I need to feel whole. Kind of, and then that births like the Moi, which is my new brand. It's a health and wellness brand for feminine vaginal health, but really more than that, it's for women to find the time to do something that is for themselves. Moi time, me time. What does that look like? For me, feminine vaginal products are incredible and amazing. I'm so excited for that. But more than that, it's when do you take the time to curate like a ritual for yourself, if that's in the bath or wherever that is, where you could really take that time to connect to yourself, ground yourself, and that's kind of the birth of Moi.
I like it. I'm gonna go same question for you, because you had I don't even know how to explain your situation. So you have
Do tell.
you have import export from Manila, which is a completely different time zone. You had or have still your jewelry line, something of the sort, and now all of a sudden you're like not a one-trick pony. You have all these things. So how in the heck do you even sleep?
I'm still trying to figure out the formula, but it's like, you know, you're in chemistry class and you're not balancing on that formula. I've had to put a few of the businesses on hold a bit, especially that I was properly working on real estate. So jewelry had to take a step back. As far as working with my import-export business, I've taken a little bit of a step back, but I am behind the scenes helping with accounts and client check-in and vendor check-ins. But me being the face before kind of had to take a step back so I can focus on a business I wanted to do for myself, and that was real estate. So to find the balance to do all that is really hard. And being a partner,
Next to
being
impossible.
a daughter,
Yeah.
being a stepmom, it's hard to balance everything, but I do my best and I try to do it with a smile on my face. I've learned from the last few weeks, my time seems to be early morning. And if I don't wake up at a proper time for myself, then I miss out on the opportunity to go to the gym or take my dog for a run. That's my new fur baby, Mamba. He's been motivating me to get out of the house almost every other day on a 2.5 mile run. So jog. I'm not even going to front like I'm running, jogging. So if that doesn't happen, then the rest of the day just becomes shitty, because then it's like, I didn't even get to invest in myself, as you said, right? Yeah. Now I got to work for other things that, you know, I didn't get to start my morning the way I wanted to.
Yep.
And I have to put a face on for the others. So it is a hard balance. And I don't think there's ever a right formula for it. It's just a matter of finding what works as yourself and as an individual, because what I can handle may not be the same way Tahila would be able to handle it. She probably has more arms to juggle with. Maybe I don't have that many arms. So
Octopus?
even though I'm the Hindu one, but
Oh, that's good. Okay. To you, T. I'm going to ask you, since you're in a little bit of a transition, how are you able to connect with, I'm going to do something. I'm going to step onto this cliff, and no matter what the hardship is, no matter what the threshold is, I'm jumping, I'm going, I'm doing. Was there someone who helped curate that for you? Is, you know, obviously believing in yourself, but, you know, was there some sort of mentor by your side that said, you know what, it's time. You've been raising your kids. They're now old enough. One just left for school. Another something that we share, super hard thing. Who was that for you? It could be many people.
I was about to say it is it is many people. I mean, it started off, to be honest, with this girl right here, with Jordana. Actually, it was pretty much the entire group. But when I decided that I was going to make some big changes in my life, there is no way that I would have jumped off that cliff, no matter what it was. A career change, going to work, getting a divorce, whatever it was, without the support of the people that are around me. I had zero balls, but I had...
Women don't have balls.
You know what I mean? Like I had all these, you know, wants and doubts and fears, and by having the women around me, which is why I love Moi, the community, the support of my friends, I don't think I would have been able to make any of the big jumps that I made. There's no way.
What is like maybe like a mantra, like something personal to you that like someone has said, some like sort of tidbit of advice that you're like, yep, I'm going forward?
It was many conversations, but the main conversation that I can think of is Jordana said to me, she's like, what's the worst that can happen? She used to play this game with me. And then what? And then what? What's gonna happen if this doesn't go well? Okay, and then what? And just broke it down and simplified it for me. And it was like, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess just do it. Just jump. And so far, it's been really amazing. I've jumped and I'm finally
Thriving.
and balancing. And even what you guys were talking about before, I was not as balanced as I am today. There's definitely more of me than there was in the past. Being a mom and a wife, some people don't look at that as a job. That was a full-time job, and there was none of me. And then I met my group, who made me realize that I definitely do need to do more of me, and I am.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, on to you, Miss Jordana. I'm going to say, let's see, since our first meeting in Hallbosch in 2018 that was, I've been able to watch you start your career. Restart. And you still have youngins at home. Still have to deal with all that. I don't know what like the level of your training is, but I know that you just went through 18 months of incredible studies and incredible discipline. And now you're here. You're here for yourself. You showed up for yourself, super motivated. You know, online courses, not easy to do, especially when all of us make plans every single day of the week. So what, like, how did you get there? How are you able to put one foot in front of the other and really feel good about it and still make all our Mexico trips?
Yeah. Well, I am the only one out of, I think, all my friends that is not self-employed. So that is a little more difficult. It just takes a little bit more planning. I don't work full time, so it's able to move things around. As far as, I'm a really selfish person lately, and I'm okay with it, and I've owned it, and I'm fine with it. Like, I take so much me time, and I think the problem is, like, people feel guilty about being selfish, and then that guilt you feel about being selfish negates the selfish act you're trying to accomplish. So I have very little guilt anymore, and it might sound bad or whatever, but I'm going to, like,
that's a hard thing.
Take my time or do whatever or do nothing, like, that's what I've chose to do, and I'm fully committed to doing nothing. But that's the thing. It's like people will want to do nothing and then feel guilty. And I talk to people about that a lot, and they're like, oh, and I laid in bed on Sunday and did nothing. And I'm like, so either, like, do something or don't do it, but don't feel guilty about it. So the time I've taken for myself in whatever aspect, FYI, I want to add the word training means she physically trains people to work out. Like, I was like sitting there, I was like, is she like, do people think she's dog training? Do people think she's like,
she's training us?
Athletic.
Her poochie.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, what is it? Physical
Kegels.
training. Physical training, yeah. Personal training, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, there's
I
no
appreciate that.
free anything to that. Amazing, phenomenal personal trainer, life changer, phenomenal.
She's a life trainer.
But with that said, so yes, I am not self-employed, although people really want me to be self-employed. I think in a medical industry, it is just like a lot. I have a lot of fear. Fear obviously hinders me. There's a lot of things I don't jump off of because of fear. In my case, what's the worst that can happen? A lot of things and a lot of lawsuits and things that I don't know if I can deal with. I'm sure I can, don't want to right now at this point in my life. So I'm not self-employed. I do a lot of like side things and like things that make me somewhat self-employed, but not really. And things I do for myself besides doing nothing a lot, because I did just finish online school for 18 more months to get more
Letters.
accolades. I have no problem doing nothing. I think it's cool that all my friends, I have a lot, there's a few more, that you can just like immediately call and everyone's able to move around their schedule and do like a last minute hang. So although we all make like really long plans, like future plans, like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, we always like to have something on the books. Also
For
call
the rest of
somebody
our
in like
life.
Forever.
in
3
3
trips
minutes and
every
be
year.
like, sushi, sake, can we eat? Can we at least hang out? Like, and just
Yeah.
kind of do that. So I think that's really cool, because I bring this up a lot. I feel like I spent my early life up until very recently trying to find that group of people that I could cultivate, at least someone to call on, someone to hang out with that wasn't like putting everybody else and everything else first so that they didn't have time for themselves to hang out with me. Again, selfish, what can I say? I am what I am. I hope that made sense. But, you know, like everyone would be like, oh, no, but I have to do this or I have to do that. maybe I made my friends more selfish with me. I'm fine with that. But they're like, I'm like, you want to do this? I'm like, yeah. And they kind of are willing to drop most things if it's able to hang out. So I appreciate that. That's how I have my work-life balance. And
Okay. So all of us so far have talked about like a little bit of strife, a little bit of work, and how we could be selfish and hang out and do things on our own, or we can do things together. But the whole point of it is that when we need to reach out, we have someone, whether it's the girl gang, whether it's on a vacation, whether setting someone straight or helping someone out of a problem. When I first entered into the real estate world, obviously I work with my husband and he's been in the business 30 plus years. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do? Like, this guy knows everything about everything. Like, what am I going to do? I don't want to do the same thing he does, but yet I do. So I was able to meet people. I was able to find out people's story. I was able to figure out how I can connect people. And slowly but surely over the years, I've been able to get new clients, fill the pipeline. And I can't tell you how many times I planned events, went to an event, went out on a limb, made a call, like sweating, like, oh my gosh, this like person isn't even going to pick up the phone, or I'm going to get their receptionist or something. I'm never going to. And then lo and behold, you get that person to your event. So something like that, I know what I've gone to is yoga. Yoga and meditation has been like a super big thing for me when I realize, oh shit, I'm not breathing the way I want to breathe. I'm not doing things the way I want to do it because I forgot to take that time for myself, because I scheduled so much, because so much needed to be done, and I put these expectations on myself. You just kind of have these heavy shoulders. And when I'm with a group of girls like you guys, I call you guys my women's board, both personal and professional. We get around the table and we talk, things happen. And we're able to kind of surround ourselves with that. So, anyone know my next question?
No. I'm lost in your words right now.
yeah, me too. I'm lost.
We're listening.
Okay,
Drop it like it's hot. Let's
I
go.
actually thought for sure you would know because you're good with the whole question thing. So my question is, without us ladies going through this world, which I think we're all redefining our roles, both as mothers, as having the entrepreneurial spirit, we're just about to be embarking on 2 journeys for retreats. How do we cultivate this? People want to know. People ask us all the time. Oh my gosh, your vacations look so good. Oh my gosh, what did you do here? Oh, do you have a boot camp? Oh, what about yoga? Like all these things that go on.
I feel like we all have it in us, and I feel like it's safe to say that not everyone has it in them, but I like to surround myself with women that have that fire. And I've been lucky to be a part of this group where we all have that fire. And what's nice about when we get together, we do call each other out, like, oh, what happened to that idea you talked about last month? What'd you do with it? What's going on? How come you haven't started? And you're like, oh shit, they were listening. Like we hold each other accountable.
Support though. It's that thing like, wow, someone remembered. Wow,
exactly.
Hey, what's going on?
And holding yourself accountable for it, right? They call you out. But it's tough love. And that's what I love about the group is someone says something, it's not negative. It's I'm pushing you to what you wanted to do, to pushing you towards that passion you have. You just need that push. You just need that push to jump, right? Mm-hmm. So surrounding yourself with that same energy is definitely going to help you achieve that next level, whatever that looks like in your books. That's my.
I'm going next. I'm not waiting till I'm fourth place over here. Okay. Good. I have things to say.
Yes.
Of course she does.
I think the beauty in the group is that we all see each other for so much more than we are. We see each other's strengths. We see things that we definitely don't see in ourselves. Oh no, am I gonna cry on a podcast? Oh boy.
Oh no.
Shucks.
It's true.
Yeah,
though.
we
It's
all
true.
see these really beautiful talents, strengths. I don't know more words to come up with, but just spit them into the mic. That help us see them within ourselves. So I think that is something really amazing in the group. Definitely accountability and also, within the group, everybody has a different strength too. And so I think we all kind of rely on everybody's different strengths, some way more than others.
On purpose. And we always say that we each have like a purpose.
We're not allowed to talk about
everyone has a job.
Okay, anyone.
Right.
Everyone has a job.
No, everybody has a job.
A role.
Some people have everybody has a job.
True.
To be in our group, so people are like, what does it take to be in this group?
Well,
first of all,
you gotta roll.
There's no more people.
What's your resume say? What's your resume say?
But
Start there.
Everybody has a role, and sometimes they take place in the front, sometimes they take place in the back, sometimes in the middle. Everybody has a very important role that makes
And it gets
our
rotated, too.
ability to travel, plan, go out here, go out there, do all the things we do a possibility.
But it's because
An
we're all
option.
aligned. We have very similar views and values and goals. I feel like it's a little bit different, but for the most part, we all are really aligned on how we want to live our lives.
And I think if you get a group of women that are all so different too, they all bring so much different things to the table. So, she's reading a book and she's going to this and she's at this event, and we all all talk about them, and it brings so many things than just like one person trying to figure that out or talking to a bunch of people. We get together and we have like this, not a brainstorm, but just this huge, everyone's talking and everyone has something new going on. So it brings a lot of just newness and ideas to the table of just how to live life.
I love it.
I got something to say.
I was just gonna say, I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Going.
Things to say.
And as you say things, your question was, you're gonna have a two-part, is for the women that are listening, for the people who work hard, for the people who have ideas who haven't yet said them out loud, and they're just thinking about it and they're not sure if they should talk about it. They're not sure if they should leave their job in particular because maybe they have some sort of security. I know you've jumped 2 times in the last few years and you've been very successful. So maybe some words of wisdom to someone who's thinking, should I or shouldn't I?
So first I'm going to speak on the group. I mean, my group of women is gold for me. You guys, man, like you've propelled me to levels that I didn't even believe that I could, get to. You guys have seen light in me when I did not see light in myself. So for that, I'm forever grateful. And that bleeds into my work, because I do have a community of other women that I support every single day. Phenomenal women. Life-changing women. Yeah. And I think that community at the core, we have our community, right? But community then spreads. Mm-hmm. And so the community of women that I get to train every day, and I get to, thank God, inspire. Or
they bring it back home. They bring it back home. They bring it back to their work, and also
other people.
Everyone else's.
Other people, for sure.
I used to, when I started personal training, I was training one-on-one, right? And then I kind of moved into 2s, and then 3s, and then 4s, and then they turned into groups. And I just saw something really boot camps and larger groups. And I saw something happen that was so magical, and that was the power of community. These women start to reach out. They start to want to do better. They start to see in themselves because other women are seeing them and giving them compliments or pushing them like, hey, you could do better.
Or there's the 2 girls, who is it? Daniela and Sabrina, who are now
Daniela, yes. The young ones.
Young besties now.
Yes.
Went for coffee or
a lot of
something.
friendships.
There's friendships. There's women that have started new businesses in health and wellness, have completely shifted their gear on what they were doing prior to, so it starts with fitness, but there's so much more. And that is the power of community. Mm-hmm. So I think that us as a group, right, I don't even know how to say it. It's just pushed out into the world on so many levels that you guys don't even understand that, it's me training or it's me having this community, but you've inspired me to create this community, and then it just continues to give. And those people right? are now giving and creating their own little pods of communities, and it's so beautiful.
And fulfilling and rewarding for you.
And so fulfilling and rewarding for me. So I think if I could give any piece of advice, it would be, we're all scared. Okay. Everyone is scared. Everyone has fear. We all are
100%.
living in a state of insecurity. Are we good enough? Can we do it? Am I smart enough? Sometimes I sit at meetings with creatives that are so much smarter than me and are saying the right things. And I'm like, fuck, what do I have to contribute to this conversation? You know, I don't have a background in the creative space. You know, I sit with my husband and he's like leaps and bounds ahead of me when it comes to like that world, right? And I think it's just trust yourself that you are good enough. You have something inside of you that is valuable and important and is always going to be different than someone else in the room, and it matters. And just fucking go. Just do. If you fall flat on your face, like, cool. That is the greatest learning lesson ever.
Put a pillow there for you.
I got you. It's so okay to fail.
Yeah.
We have such a fear.
Yeah, sorry.
We have such a fear of failing, but I also think I tried to, along with my selfishness, part of that was also like not being so hard on myself if I fail. So I have much more room to fail. I'm teaching my kids it's okay to fail, that we are so not perfect. And I'm hoping that I'm just able to spread that message that perfection within me as a mom, as a person, as all the things I do, but also to them, like, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need you don't need to just be a good person, show up, do your best. Nobody's good at everything. Nobody's
I also don't like the fact that you use the word selfishness, because it's not selfishness. It's, you know what? I have, let's just say, 5 things to do, and I want to show up 100% for those 5 things. So I'm going to duck out for whatever the things that are going on here.
You've had to do that.
So I can be whatever it is that I want to be.
She's been saying that.
I can show up to the table and be like, no, you know what? I didn't do, I don't know, stayed home, didn't do whatever. And now, boom, I'm like taking off.
Now I'm here.
Yeah. So I think that's like really smart and like cognitively thinking, hey, I need to take a second and then go from there.
I have one more thing. I have one more thing.
Uno más.
I have one more thing to add would be truly find your strength. Because I think I used to want to do everything. Like, oh, I could do it all. Like, I'm going to do the marketing side. I'm going to try to do the da-da-da.
Yes.
It's like, no. Find your strength and then fucking work on that strength. Like, build it and then, and then find
Mastermynd Media for everything else.
Find your people that thrive and are amazing at what they do and collaborate, you know? The collaboration is so beautiful.
That's huge in our group too.
Yeah, it's
and you never know where or how it's going to evolve, or who you meet, who takes you a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. I mean, again, starting in commercial real estate wasn't something I thought that's where I was going to be. And here now I have different pools and different magnitudes of things that are going on. It's like incredible. It's like going to work isn't going to work. You don't have that schedule where you're like, 9 to 5. Oh, I can run an errand on my lunch hour. Or it's like, you know what? Maybe I work a little bit later today. Maybe, again, we're here on a Saturday just chilling, doing whatever we want to do. But it's figuring it out. It's being excited about it. It's making a difference, making it count. And I think that's what keeps us rolling. Oh, she's got more.
I got more things to say. One thing else, I live and die by a calendar, FYI. Like, I am such a calendar person on really busy days. Like, when I have crazy days, I write shower in my calendar. Like, if I have to like shower and blow dry my hair, like, that's
going in.
She knows I do.
I missed my calendar.
It's going in.
No. Like, if I have like when it's just like when it seems impossible, when you break down your minutes in a day, you realize you have more.
Yeah.
Huh?
Assistance.
So I have an assistant.
No, but you realize you have more time.
I'd be lost
so if
without
you
my
like,
assistant.
no, so I do. Like, on days, I mean, right now things aren't.
It's true.
Like, I put everything with drive time and everything. So like, it's very structured, and that helps you find so much time in your day, though.
Yeah.
And so
organization.
Okay.
I
Live and die by my calendar.
You guys, anything to add before we get fun?
Nah, I mean, I'm good.
Ready.
I feel like those gems were dropping over there. I'm good.
Okay, I'm not gonna call on anyone.
Everyone's gonna talk. Everyone's gonna talk about once. Watch.
Yeah. So I'd like anyone to go. I have a feeling that this one's gonna start over here. Yeah. I'd like for you guys to tell a funny travel story since we've all been on many trips.
Not started.
Like funny and ratchet, or like funny.
And again, what's the PG?
Memorable.
I am
PG
not.
water.
I am
put this
not
in an
going to come
email.
up with any other adjectives.
I don't
Free range,
know.
bitches.
Oh, I should have gotten an email about this.
Yeah, this would have helped.
This
There's
would have been
just
great.
an infinite
No, you know what this
amount.
reminds me of when we were in the car Tyler stories. Like we had to.
Yeah.
Pass. Hard no.
No. I mean the way we did that.
She'll be on the next episode. She'll take up the entire episode.
She's her
of
own
funny
episode.
stories.
I'll
Okay,
go
here we go.
ahead and tell my story that everybody knows at
gonna be
this
amazing.
table. You weren't there. It's the first time I really fell in love with Sheena, and it was the time that I BAB, boss ass bitch, like
Okay.
head exploding.
Where were we? What country?
We're in Holbox, Mexico,
Okay.
and it is whose birthday?
Sheena's.
It was your own birthday?
June 22.
Was it?
Oh,
Or was
no.
it
You went in
Tyler's?
September. Your first one was September, wasn't it?
Okay, moving
Whatever.
on.
Moving
It
on.
was- we were
Somebody
celebrating.
We were
had a
celebrating
boat day, and this was our first time to this country. We go to where the boat is supposed to be. We're all like waiting, gathering our belongings, whatever, to get on this boat. And Sheena jumps onto a moped and just leaves and goes away. I don't even know her. I just
We're
met
like,
her
what
like
the heck? What's
like a
going
few
on?
days. I just met her on this trip for the first time. I think I don't even think I met you
left
before.
us.
And she just jumps on a moped and drives into the jungle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is before we had our apps.
You're like,
to
that's our
track
friend.
friends'
That's our
things,
friend. Where'd she go?
Before we had service. And I was like, anybody know her? Like, and she comes back like with a snack, because this girl never lets you be hungry, which there's nothing I appreciate more. She came back with like some little snack or something. Like, I think you went to go get like
Chips
ceviche,
and salsa or something.
salsa,
Yeah.
something small. So she comes back.
We were hungry. We were hungry. We were about to be
always
hungry.
hungry.
No, we were
Oh,
about
we
to.
had
a
too
boat.
much tequila.
We're always
We needed
hungry.
We
food.
hop on the boat and we're out for, felt like a very long time to me. And now we're not docking the boat, but we're coming in. I don't even know why we were coming closer to shore, but we're also on a sandbar.
Well, there was a
so-
reason we were coming in.
And all of a sudden, we were hungry because now we'd been on a boat. We were officially hungry. And I see like 8 people with platters like this walking out to the water this deep. It's a sandbar, but it gets deep. With like 20
Plethora.
course meals. And I was like, she's like, I got you, bitches, or however she would say it. You ain't gonna be hungry with me or something. And they walked out onto sandbars like high as the boat could go. They're holding food. And we had literally like a 20-course meal, and I thought we had no food
Good
except
times.
for chips and
Good
salsa.
times.
That was a good one.
And she was like, yeah, that's what I rode off to. I went to go talk to this guy, and he brought me there, and he brought me to his home, and he made us food.
If someone does not have a Sheena in their group,
They're not
Leave the
living,
group.
they're going
please
to die
find
most
yourself
Find a new group.
a Sheena. Please find yourself.
Okay,
a Sheena.
okay.
Y'all can cash some checks now.
Since we're on the Sheena bandwagon,
I can be on the Sheena bandwagon
Right.
forever.
so I don't know what year this was, but I accidentally grabbed the wrong passport,
Oh,
I remember this
and we're
story.
and we're at LAX, and talk about sweating, dude. I was like, what? I'm missing the girls' trip. Okay, I was like thinking, okay, that's fine. I'm not getting on the plane, but like tomorrow, I'll just go tomorrow, and like it's okay. I'll just use miles. Everything's good. We're good. This fool over here talks me out of something, talks the lady out of something. Something happened. Anyways, I was able to get on the plane. No. I was able to get through security. I was able to check and do everything.
Till then, your passport got delivered.
Didn't they
No.
call her name on the loudspeaker
No.
or
So
something?
then I think I'm in the clear. Then we're having our first champagne or something, eating burritos.
I blacked out during this whole time. I was so stressed.
And my
I don't
name,
remember this,
my
but I was
name
blacked
was
out.
over the LAX loudspeaker, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I get in trouble? Like
They found us.
they found us. Like what's
wouldn't be
happening?
surprising.
I left my passport on the security conveyor belt.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like one thing after another. Anyways, she walks with me. She goes. She talks. She does it. It's
Her talking.
I got on the plane,
her
like,
ability to get us in and out of situations,
wow.
Her ability to speak multiple languages is really a godsend.
Hey, my funniest story is actually about myself. Like,
Do
so, like, here in LA, I'm I'm a high functioning.
Hi.
I'm a
Goodness.
high functioning person.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
I
handle a lot
I
of things.
handle
Most things. Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah. All the
all
things.
the
All the
things.
things. Yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
you guys.
Yep. All the
It's
things.
literally like the minute I land in
Or
another
just
country.
leave Los
Useless.
Angeles.
Useless.
Or just leave Los Angeles.
Useless when you
Okay,
hit
go,
when you
go,
hit
go.
the airport
I-
after check-in.
I actually become useless. Like my brain shuts off. My ability to like use my hands like completely shuts off, and I just all I do
And then
is
and
lay
we take
there.
over.
All I do is lay there, and I'm like,
We take over. It's
Sheena,
fine.
like
It's fine.
Jordana, like somebody
No.
feed me, somebody.
It's us too. It's
like
fine. We all have a
it's
job
just-
and we all have a purpose, and it's okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, what's your job? We know your job over here.
I'm probably the cheerleader. I feed people.
Oh, job on the trip.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, on the trip,
okay.
I got lots of jobs prior to the
Prior.
trip.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can
That
say
counts.
job in the group pre-post.
Pre-post?
Like before we
Like,
leave.
she has to do it before. Like she plans before, but when
Yeah.
she gets there, she's useless.
Oh, I just roll. I support everybody. Yes, great
She
idea,
gets this
wonderful.
mandatory
Hi, she's-
party favors and
Tahila's-
hype and
Tahila's
makeup
hype.
and necessary.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do. I
products.
prep. I
Hype girl.
prep.
Hype girl.
I prep. I
Yeah.
make
Hype
up.
girl.
Yeah.
Hype and prep.
Hype and prep.
Sheena, you're the fucking ultimate.
Sheena,
we don't know if
speaker.
she's showing up.
Speaker.
We never know if she's gonna make it, but once she's there, she's committed
That's so
200%.
true. She's always late.
And she saves us.
But
she
she
saved
makes
my
it.
life in a pool from dying. Like
She almost lost an arm.
Oh, no. That was serious. Okay.
Karina, it wasn't you, babe. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
you were
no.
not.
Karina,
Oh, no,
Karina,
no.
you were next to me. It was.
Listen, for technicality purposes, Karina was the runner-up in this particular situation.
Sheena saved
But
her.
because we love Karina, we're gonna give Sheena and Karina the same amount of props.
We were both there. We were both there.
However, it was Sheena and Jordana in the pool.
I mean, we were all in there. But
I-
Dora
I-
over here.
I'm really good with directions, as in I invented the word lagoonish, if anybody recalls.
Yes.
I feel
word
like
needs it.
directional. I'm really good. I have a fear of not knowing how to get places, so I kind of feel like that. Is it like Hansel and Gretel? Who dropped the breadcrumbs? Minus
Yeah.
the
Hansel
fact
and
that
Gretel,
I'm eating
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like mentally drop breadcrumbs and like drop geotags everywhere I go, so I can get back to places. Finances, I wish I was good in finances in foreign countries, but they confuse
not-
me.
yeah,
She
that's-
actually picks that up. In the U.S.,
She does accents too.
I can do it. However, in foreign countries,
That's another-
finances
that's another-
is no
that's
longer
another
my
podcast.
strength
Yeah, it's very big.
because
It's very big.
different money confuses me.
It's too many zeros.
It's too many zeros. Hurts my
We were millionaires in Colombia.
Okay, so
making
we
people laugh. Obviously,
we've obviously been in Mexico a million times. Colombia. Are we confirmed for next year's?
We haven't
Ibiza.
decided actually.
Ibiza.
we just need to
Say it
get
again.
out into the
Going to Ibiza. The Ibiza. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm going to Holbox.
Yeah, we're going to Holbox too.
We have trips.
We have trips. We have
We
plans.
have trips, but we're gonna have more trips.
Okay, so the next part is the growth aspect of all things considered. For me, success, the way I measure it is, again, being able to smile, being able to laugh with myself, at myself, with my friends, and to learn how, when you stumble, what do you learn from it, and to go from there. It's not, man, I stumbled, or man, I fell. It's, what did I learn? How did I do it along the way? And how am I going to do it the next time I show up? And, all of our skills on friendship, on building community, on, pairing up with people who make things better, easier, stronger, greater, there's a growth. And that means a lot to me. So I want to know from you guys, for growth, that is my success, to continue to evolve, to continue to grow, to continue to be able to be there for people who really need it. Because when I was growing and when I started in the business, super green, I had a lot of people surrounding me, a lot of people who made it feel very comfortable for me to speak my mind and to have a place at the table where, in case you guys don't know, commercial real estate, there's so many older white males, and it's okay, where do I fit in? How do I fit in? What do I do here? And I think we've all made such a great special place it means a lot. So success to you. What is your success?
Wow. I feel like there's a meaning for it in every aspect of your life, right? Family, what success looks like, career-wise, relationship-wise. So there's a barometer for all aspects in life. The goal is to be able to achieve success in all aspects, right? And that's where the work life, and that's where the work-life balance challenge that, right? So the success for me would be to be successful in all aspects of my life.
And do you think you're there right now?
I don't think I'm there yet. I feel like I am working towards it. I have goals that are set for each aspect of life. I haven't hit them yet, but I know I have the fire in me to get them accomplished. Maybe taking a little bit longer than I expected, but we all have those, we've all made those timelines in our minds of where we should be at a certain age. I know I don't fit those buckets for a lot of those standard timelines, but that's not going to hold me back anymore. I've learned to accept it.
I think you're way too hard on yourself. That was way too hard on yourself. No way. I see it way different. You are like a hustler. You are, I mean, you're back and forth. I don't even know how many time zones you participate in. I view everyone at this table as super successful. You guys have no matter what it is, it's not necessarily like monetary or more clients or whatever the day is. It's no, actually, I said I was going to do this and I did it and I followed through and I feel good about myself because of it. I think that's the growth that everyone has their own lane to be in.
Yeah. I think I used to measure success based off, how much money do you have? How much, how many clients
Easy to
do you have? And I think now I'm in a place where I measure success through impact. So how many people have I impacted? Like what has been my contribution? And it all kind of stemmed, like we used to do this thing as a family where every year we would, do like care packages with the family, and I would just like hit up friends and family and whoever I can and like, do you guys want to donate? And me and my girls and Ryan would like put together these care packages, and then we'd finally be so excited and we'd go out there and we'd take out the care packages and we're like, fuck, we're gonna do something really great, and then like 200 care packages are gone in like 1 second, and you feel like I haven't even scratched the surface or made an impact. And somebody really wise, like somebody that I really respect, told me like, but you impacted 200 people. Like that doesn't take away from what you've done, right? That was a success. So I kind of, for me personally, I measure success impact and always being a student. Like you're always a student. I always want to learn more, grow more, do more breath work, read another book, and then share. So again, I think that goes back to impact. And you are so successful, Sheena. Like you impact so many people's lives every single day.
100%.
So for me, I think I used to measure success in that way. Today, I measure success with impact, for sure.
Freaking love you guys.
Hype girls.
Success for me, I think, would be being happily content and yet motivated. So being
Happily
present.
content and motivated.
Right. So not so content that I'm like, this is it.
Complacent. Yeah.
Yeah. And motivated. Being able to teach lessons to others, be a change agent, help others. Really
Change agent, I like that word
affect my children, help them make changes that I hope will change the generation, help change the world. And yeah, that's my level of success. Being happy, laughing is how I measure success.
You
That's
know
your
what?
superpower.
If we're not laughing, that's all we do. We call and we're like, we're not laughing. We need
It's an actual
Someone needs
message.
to
It's
make
like
us
an
laugh.
SOS.
SOS. Yeah.
We
SOS.
send out like, anybody have anything funny? Like laughing. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Laughing is my measurement of success.
Yeah, and me too. Actually, I adopt
Like,
that one too.
Yeah,
All
I
the
like that
all
one.
of us do.
crying,
Yeah, I'm gonna add that
laughing,
one.
and like
Yes.
and like cheeks
That's it.
tingling.
Because if
laughing.
you're laughing,
fine.
life is good.
What else?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point.
And what else? Like
You change
we
life.
work hard, we do all
laughing.
the things, we grow, we learn, but at the end of the day, like being with your friends and being with the people that matter and laughing is the greatest joy. And you can do that, rich.
Well, I'd
poor.
like to say I haven't laughed in like 5 days, so I'm not doing well. Nobody's made me laugh. No one's been funny at this table, so I'm obviously
Cut her
not
out.
successful right now. No, I'm kidding. But laughing is my ultimate goal. I would say like it's to laugh as much as I can.
I like that one.
I like that one.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so last but not least, favorite memory, favorite travel memory. I'm not gonna.
I'm already laughing.
Oh, see, she didn't laugh. Okay, success. We're finally successful. Okay, favorite travel memory. It could be anything, anything, anything. I'm gonna be really selfish and go first.
Yeah.
So far, there's so many, but right now it would be in Tirona. Okay. In Tirona, watching the sunset when we were all on the deck.
Best day ever.
Best
The
day,
best sunset ever.
best sunset, best everything. That was like
I'm gonna add my cooking at the end to this part of the story, obviously. Right?
Jordana cooked. I mean, I don't even know where to start. But it was one word in particular, and I can't. And like, I'm already starting to cry. One word in particular, and that is sisterhood. And we were all there. We were watching the sunset, and we weren't talking. We were feeling the energy, and we were feeling the land, and we were just feeling really grateful, and it was just like a really beautiful experience. And all the colors of the sunset, all the colors that like we bring in, and like all the things, that was success for me. Like, wow, I could be here with all of you guys. Our worlds at home were all taken care of. Everything was happening, and hands down, best memory. So hopefully you guys can
And then someone made a
do
comment.
something great from there.
That was it. That was it.
Mic drop. I don't know what's happening
It
here.
was.
think so.
Babe, it was. That was
think
beautiful.
that was-
That's a beautiful moment for all of us.
Well, I think
And that's the
that-
most-
I
one of the
think
most
that-
recent.
I think
Sure.
that moment though is because we've traveled so much together, right? That this last moment, this sunset moment, was so.
And it was all 8 of us too. We were
Yeah.
like
It was
all
all
of us. We were like
Yeah, but at
all
the end
of
of the
us.
sunset, we all had a conversation. I think you were probably leading it. We were sitting on those chairs with the towels
But
everywhere.
it was
you and
just
Tyler.
like
Yeah.
the nature was so
Talked about it.
real, and it was so powerful, and all of us just feeling the same thing at the same time in the same moment, and being so deeply connected and so grateful that we got to experience that together. That Lindy, I don't know, fucking mic drop.
Exactly.
That was the best.
How we were so connected,
Moment.
yet we were so disconnected from everything else.
Yeah.
I feel like
100%.
Yeah.
was just
Very there. We were
Exponential.
very there.
It took a moment. Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on.
We went dancing on those boats. I jumped in the water. I actually went swimming in the ocean.
Swimming in the ocean.
yeah.
Yeah, I think moments like
We had
that
moments.
too, like moments of, feeling so finally open to be able to like just take your top off and be naked in an ocean, right? Like
Yes.
watching Tahila, like that's never fucking
No, that never
she's
happened.
never like wanted to just even get her hair wet, and watching her like get dirty and be in sand and getting her hair wet and feeling so exposed and comfortable is beautiful. Like those moments are I mean, I'm forever grateful for those moments.
Yep.
And there will be more
Yeah.
coming up in
More to make.
Ibiza.
Very
In Ibiza.
Very soon.
I really want to think of something.
I love
Yes,
it,
I
Jordan.
love
Like, she's
that.
so excited. I love this.
I have so
We have
many.
too
Like I have
many.
like the world's fastest reel running through my head.
Do it.
I-
Instagram,
remember,
here we
'cause
come.
So
on the
obviously,
spot.
like to me, it thinks of like moments when we're like crying, laughing. So does anybody have any that they're
I
coming
feel
to
like
their
there's
mind?
some moments where we're all together, like we're on a boat somewhere, and all of a sudden our
a
song
different
just
podcast.
comes on
Yeah.
out of left field, and the moment we hear a
The
song,
songs on the boat.
Go for it. Take
go
it
ahead,
away.
go ahead.
Okay, I came up with one. I think. So the first Hallbosch trip, when we met a really nice guy named Rodrigo, and we were at El Beach. We were at El Beach, like just this like little palapa on the sand, and just danced all night long on the sand, barefoot together.
Oh yeah,
The
We do
warm
this
air.
a lot. Let's just put it out there. We dance
yeah.
barefoot.
That was great, man.
That
all
was
the time.
super fun. Yeah, I love.
Beautiful.
If we're dancing and laughing,
That's all we need.
that's all we need.
Nacho crawl.
Nacho.
I mean, those come later, but yes.
I have that on video, by the
Oh, we all do.
I mean, I loved canoeing on the deck. Dancing on the boat.
Kayaking.
We're gonna have a moment of gratitude just before we close this out.
Oh, yes, go.
Yeah, we're gonna have it right this second.
Let's do it.
Let's
start it.
Because this is almost over.
it's
right?
late.
Let's do it.
Get
Yeah,
it done.
let's do it.
Close it up.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I
Well.
just want to say, no, I wanted to actually just take a moment. Like, this doesn't even have to be like recorded or anything, but I do want to express my deepest gratitude to you, Lindy, because you
I love
are
when it's about me.
you're so wise, and you're constantly like pushing to just like a little better, a little more, a little better, a little more.
yoga.
And that really, I mean, babe, like you make me do yoga. I don't even like yoga.
She likes my yoga though.
I love her yoga.
I
Like
do too.
you're an inspiration. You're magical. You are unapologetically you.
An otter.
You
Mermaid.
a mermaid, an otter.
Just
You
goddess,
spread
yes.
so much love. I mean, unapologetically you is who you are. You don't give a shit, like, but you are all good. All you want to do is do good and grow and learn and spread love and lift up your friends. Just even having us here. Like, you've spent the money, the time to have us here in this place and to show off what we're working on.
No, I think
and
it's-
lifting us up, and it's thank you.
I think
Like, truly, thank you.
no, I
Second that
think
motion, yep.
no, I think all of you guys. I think even the ladies who weren't able to join us tonight. You guys all motivate me. You guys all are a part of my growth. You're all a part of my success. You're definitely a part of my travels. Wouldn't have it any other way. And you guys are the wind beneath my wings. And I want everyone listening right now to know that when you have a group of people or one other person that you can talk to, that you can go to, it's so important. Exercise that. Do that. Have fun with that. It doesn't matter how you show up. It's the fact that you showed up. And that's 9/10 of what other people can do or are doing. And I think that's like the big truth of the matter is that like we're only going up.
And I just like to continuously support my friends because I'm hoping one of them gets a private jet and then we can really start living. So I'm just here to support, guys. Until you guys get there. Get us there.
We are
Yes,
there.
you guys,
We are
cheers.
there.
Yeah, come on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank
to
you.
leveling up, ladies.
you.
Forever.
Cheers.